They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it, this is where it goes down. I just happen to come up hard. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Power After Hours, the best power podcast in this or any multiverse. I'm your host, Jeff J., and we are here to recap and review Power Season 5, Episode 7, The Devil Inside. And this week, my guest host is from the venerated, illustrious, much infamous, talked about Power TV Groupchat, my guy Midtown Mo. Mo, what's going on?
Are we live?
We are live.
Are we live, Envy? It's the best podcast now. It's long overdue.
Oh man. Well, you a busy guy. Try to get you on.
Sleep after hours.
This is true. I do be wilding. I'm not even gonna front. I hit dudes up like at on school nights. Like, hey,
Yo, it's 11:30. Anybody awake?
Right. Do you have a second to talk about your Lord and Savior James St. Patrick? But we here, we rocking, we got it good to go. We talk about this episode, The Devil Inside. What did you think about the episode, man?
I mean, this whole season has been like, I think they added a couple of comedy writers to Courtney Kemp's added some comedy writers to this season because they keep ratcheting up the comedy, the one-liners, Dre with his snub-nosed rocket launcher. There's so many things to get into. I don't even know where to start.
All right, man. Well, let's see who do you want to talk about first? Let's go there.
Let's talk about my man Silver from Morehouse.
Oh man, deleterious.
Let's talk about that man.
Deleterious Silver.
Yeah.
Yo, can I tell you and shout out? I am so sorry. I think I saw you in one of my Instagram DMs. One of our listeners, they broke out. It might have been there or might have been on Twitter that they may have been trying to be coy with the way they or highbrow with the way they selected his name, because the word deleterious means causing harm or damage.
Oh, that's his first name?
That's his first name, deleterious.
I never knew that.
Terry for sure. They say that when Tasha's getting interrogated last episode. They were like, yeah, your lawyer is a Mr. Deleterious Silver. And I was like, Deleterious? His name Deleterious? Oh shit. But so his name, that word means causing harm or damage, which is wild because he kind of does that indirectly by trying to get Tasha to choose between him or James. And it's like, yo, what do you think this is? You want the child. First of all, you telling her to bring the child that we only see once every 3 episodes. So I guess that's a smart play, because you're probably going to see her next episode and you won't see her until season 6. Yep. So he doesn't really have to deal with her. He deals with her off screen. So he doesn't really have to deal with her while they're on screen. But what did he really think was going to happen and what she was going to do?
I mean, we talked about it. Is that my feedback or yours?
Nah, you hear yourself?
Yeah, I hear myself.
I don't hear you. You sound straight on this side.
I'm good.
All right, cool.
I'm good. I said it. What was it, last season or earlier this? I think it was last season, where he was taking her to karaoke with his friends. He was real bold with it when he knew Ghost was a killer that he got off with. Maybe he didn't do that crime, but he definitely knew that Ghost was a criminal.
I remember that.
He felt free enough to take his wife to karaoke,
right, with
his friends. Wasn't even trying to hide it. Went to like the Chinese spot on 42nd Street. Like it was nothing.
Not to mention the fact that this is a complete violation of ethics.
Yeah,
and you out in the open.
Yeah,
bowling.
Exactly.
What was it? Karaoke or was it bowling? It was karaoke, right?
No, it was karaoke. It was karaoke. doing soft, sad songs and all that stuff. And then, you know, what I was trying to figure out is what what caused him to actually dead the situation. Was it his ethics where, you know, I'm a lawyer, I'm getting in too deep, now you're asking me to commit perjury? Was it Tasha lied to me? I thought it was Ghost that she was protecting. I thought it was her that I was protecting. Then I thought it was Ghost, and then come to find out she was lying the entire time, and now it's Tariq. So now I got to take a possible charge for Tariq, who I don't even care about. And or was it Ghost approaching him in the parking lot, or was Ghost right in that he just wasn't built for it? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what lane, or was it all the above? It was like, you know, I'm not really built for this. You want me to save your punk ass kid? I'm not, you know, I'm not going to take a perjury charge for you.
It's one kid I don't really care about that you want me to save. The other one ain't never around, and you want me, and I'm trying to take this one in, and you're continuing to protect everybody. I do think it was a combination. I think he was on the fence, and then when Ghost pressed him out about the ethics committee and just said, do what she says and gets it done, he probably said, yo, you know what? Fuck all of this. I don't need it.
Right.
I really don't need it in the grand scheme. He got subpoenaed. He had her money. And you remember, he tried to make her choose. He tried to make her choose and say, it's either I'm your lawyer or I'm your lover. I can't be both. And she wanted him to be her lawyer. But she wanted him to cross the
thing. Yeah. Right? When she was at dinner with, I think it's, the hell, Lala. For what lack of,
Keisha. Yeah, Keisha.
It sounded like it was just a sexual relationship. So why am I taking a charge for just to, you know, smash Tasha? That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right. Because you think about it at the end of the day, he seemed like he wanted something more with Tasha, which once again, how realistic is it? She is the wife, the current wife, not separated, not divorced, the current wife of a dude who you know is a drug kingpin or at least murders people. Right. You think you're going to be able to go off into the sunset with her and still live in New York of all places?
Yeah, that's what the last man thought.
Sean.
Yeah, Sean. That's what Sean thought.
And look at him now.
Let's get out of here. Nah, Chief.
How in tarnation is that going to happen? And you know what? He saved himself. That's the smartest thing Terry Silver did, because you know, I do think Ghost frightened him a bit because he brought the earring.
Maybe he wasn't 100% certain who Ghost was until that parking lot scene where he's like, oh no, this dude's a killer.
Right. Because you think about how he met him and he brought the earring and said he found the other matching earring in Tasha's house. And I will say this, the recaps, previously on Power, those recaps are off the hook because they basically tell you where the story, they basically give you the clues from what you were watching in the past and say, this is going to come up in the episode, so pay attention. Just in case you don't remember, here's the stuff this is where we are, and this is where we're going with it. Because even last episode with Milan, they show Milan out of nowhere, and then he ends up popping up. The reason why Ghost broke up with Angela, he pops up. So that when they showed him finding the earring, like, oh, you must be, you got your girl. He said, I'd fall for call her, my girlfriend or whatever. Which is, it's wild. It's wild.
And the other thing I thought about was maybe he liked the danger part of it at first. Like when Ghost didn't know and, he found the earring, he just still doesn't really know. I'm in this dangerous situation. It's exciting and whatnot.
Right.
And then when Ghost approached with the earring, it's like, oh, he know. And it's like, I thought he was going to deny it at first. And then he was like, nah, he got me. Yeah, and then he was just like, yeah, it didn't happen until after you got off. I'm like, yeah, it's time to bounce.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to get out of Dodge.
Yeah,
I didn't know he was going to move all his stuff and bounce like that,
but which is ill because he calls Tasha. And he texts Tasha, tells her, come over, I got something to show you. And something to show you was the freaking empty house.
Post-it note. He went burger from Sex and the City.
Yo.
Straight post-it note.
Ridiculous. And on top of it, Yo, did you see the meme of Tasha? The way they had swapped her on Will Smith at the end with the empty house. Yeah. She showed up. Yo, her face was pricey. So here's something I have.
So
how did he move out so quick?
Before you jump into that, that's mean by Terry.
Yeah,
that's like a FU situation.
Yeah, why? Why would you make her come over and then leave all that stuff and say I'm sorry? I guess he did it so that she wouldn't have an opportunity to stop him, or even more perilous for him if she didn't show up with Ghost and Ghost kills him because he's trying to leave town. Because now they know with him, because you got to think about it, her and Ghost had to keep their respective side pieces in check in order for this plan to come off. Angela's already shook because she's getting she's getting investigated.
Yeah.
And he's
the opposite of Angela.
Right, exactly. And he's all Angie, I'll handle this. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, dog, sex is not going to solve this one, fam. It's just, I know this usually works 3 out of 4 times in the history of Power in the series, 75% effectiveness. But sex is not going to solve this. Like she's big in trouble. Yo, she had him too. And the thing is, Ghost hasn't meddled like that as much this season, or he's tried. But once he went to Silver to kind of seal the deal, he botched that. If anything, you could point to.
I think he said it like 3 different times to 3 different people. Like he's not built for it. And I was like, nah, he's not built for this. I mean, what was he supposed to lie about? Like, I gave you the gun, but I didn't see what you did with it. I mean, that was the lie.
Because the biggest thing was the biggest alibi was I gave the gun to Terry Silver to put in the safe, and then it disappeared from the safe. So if Silver says, I put the gun in the safe, then I think he's good. But DA and the cops, they're going. I would make that correlation because even her theory was completely wrong, but it was a logical conclusion. These two are having an affair. She found the bullet. He fired the gun. You own the gun, so they can get rid of you and have their own life. Under normal circumstances, I would say, if Tasha wasn't prepped and didn't know everything, I would say, that makes a whole lot of sense. You know, I think it was unrealistic that she was buckling on that.
That's not a bad theory. So Ghost is like, oh, Tasha, you go to jail, bye.
Right.
And then he goes off with Angela, lives happily ever after.
Right. But the thing is, they don't need to do all of that. Because I think at this point, Tasha, and this is the thing that might come back to bite them, right? Tasha was all set because she had Silver. And she's like, all right, this ain't even my house like that no more. I don't care because I got somebody who really loves me, but he don't love you that much to take a charge or a potential charge and lose his license and have to be like Proctor slumming to try to get his license back. He ain't with all that smoke. He ain't with all that smoke.
That was one of the best lines when Tasha and Ghost were at the bar, and Tasha was like, I'm not going to have to hide a gun or take a gun for him. And he was like, but you asking him to do that?
Right.
I was like, yo, Ghost with the one-liners.
And let's talk about that conversation. That was probably the most hypocritical conversation in Power history, right? This dude is upset because Tasha slept with Silver while he was in jail.
Any dude would be upset.
Right. He'd be upset, but he's trying to say that's foul. And I'm like, fam, you've been cheating since the pilot episode. Basically, you've been cheating since the pilot episode. That is true. Yeah, right. She wasn't locked up, but she was worse. She was right there in his face every day while he was begging out Angie in truth. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they started to splinter, but I get that. But even more so on Tasha's end, where she's like, I could have had a good life. Ghost trying to give you the good life in season 1, and you called him a pussy. You like, what else are you gonna do? Get out. He was gonna get out.
I agree. I actually thought the exact same thing. I had forgotten about that. Like, you were living the good life,
right?
And what other life are you trying to live? Like, you was about this from the beginning,
bruh.
He didn't force your hand here
at all.
I think from Ghost's perspective, he was just like, I was getting my ass beat in prison while you were sleeping with my lawyer. I think that's what bothered him.
You're right. I think that's reasonable to be upset. And you're like, for what it's worth, it wasn't until after you got off, and he was like, and then he got you off. Fuck you, Ghost.
That was great. That was great.
Yeah,
got
man.
You off.
I don't know. I don't know.
I think they hired a comedian with the writing group.
No, you know what? The jokes are on point this season. Like the jokes and the commentary, the dialogue is way better than last season. I'll say that.
It can't be the same writer or writers.
Right.
It can't be. Well, it can't be.
There's probably new writers. There's probably new writers, and they shook stuff up and probably took the constructive feedback from season 4 and switched it up, because they had a lot going on in season 4. But this one, it just feels like at times they go out of their way to be funny. And it hits. Yeah. It hits more often than it doesn't. So
Tommy's a damn comedian.
Oh yeah, This dude is. It's so natural.
Like these organic potato chips are great.
Right. Like he just comes off with the one-liners. I thought Ghost starts to get a little bit of his power back, because as I've been saying all season, he's the most powerless character on the show. And he's been this season, and he kind of gets it back. I like the way. What did you think of the whole the Queen's Child project and Tate and that whole situation?
I really don't like that storyline. I really don't like that storyline. First of all, I hate the name of the project. Number one,
the Queen's Child Project, the QCP.
Number one, I hate the name of that stupid project. I don't really understand. It's supposed to be a mall, a garden.
I think it's a housing community. Like it's supposed to be like a rec center and all of that.
Gotcha.
At least that's what I guess.
Yeah, like I mean, I think they're underutilizing Lawrence Tate. That's funny. His name is Tate. Lawrence Tate. Okay, I just never peeped that before. They kind of underutilizing Lawrence Tate's acting chops. But I think it's silly. And then I have no idea what Alphonse does. Why is he integral to Tate? Like, they haven't really explained it. I just assumed that he's a drug dealer that Tate was looking out for, but I don't imagine why he's needed for the project. So I'm lost as to what his role and why Tate is skimming off the top to give money to Alphonse. And then, dude, the general theme in Power, you offer a dude a little bit more money than the other dude is offering you, they'll turn on you. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pay you double. Oh, sure, I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Right.
So a dude pays me more than you do.
Right. Exactly. So what I tried to gather from it, right, was that I don't know what Alphonse does, and I'll say that they really didn't explain it in a thorough way, or even enough.
Why does he have a flat top? Why does he have a flat top?
Right. I guess they wanted GQ from Juice vibes or whatever. Right. But he basically made it seem like he was a guy in the community that they had to take care of in order for the Queen's Child project to work. So and that's the thing, some of this stuff on Power, you kind of have to use your imagination, which I don't think is I don't think that should be what they endeavor to do. But, you have to use your imagination. So for me, I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together. Maybe the plot of land where they're building it is like in the hood, and he's paid off. It's like racketeering. He's being paid off to solve the problem, quote unquote, of maybe drug dealers around, or he's getting people out of those houses so that they can build, and he's just holding that block of land down. And as long as he's paid, they can build on that land without any issues from the community or anybody else. That's what I'm guessing, which is why he wants to keep him employed, and thus him embezzling money, skimming off the top, and Ghost recording that message. Because I could see him getting kicked off the board a mile away. I didn't even know, like, once he paid him $50,000 to his gubernatorial campaign, I thought, okay, maybe Tate just said fuck it. But he came back this episode and told him he's off. And Ghost was just like, all right. They once, because I think he was going to pay Alphonse so that Alphonse would work for him. And the only way you could build or do whatever with this Queen's Child project is has to go through Ghost, like forcing his hand.
I'm just saying, give me 2 minutes. That's me. Give me. Wait, that's a little bit of echo. Give me 2 minutes of Alphonse beating up an old black couple in the hood, just to show me that Alphonse is like kicking people out of their houses so that this project can continue. Give me that.
Right.
Give me 30 seconds of that.
Right.
But you have to assume it.
Yeah.
And Tate running for governor is not believable. I hate that storyline. Like,
councilman out of nowhere rising to the ranks of
yeah,
governor.
like wouldn't he be rolling around with security? I don't think he just run for governor all willy nilly.
Right.
Which they make it seem like, and it's just silly. I mean, I generally do like the Tate and Ghost interactions because they're always trying to one up each other. So that's pretty funny to me.
Right.
Where he was like, "I'm really trying hard to be patient with you." So I thought that was an entertaining conversation.
That's Ghost talk for I'm trying not to kill you.
Yeah, I'm trying not to kill you, but you're making it really hard.
Right.
So I just hate that whole storyline. It's just silly to me. And I did have a prediction that because Tasha's man Silver is gone, that she needs a new man because Tasha always needs to have a man, and that man is going to be Tate. Season finale, Tate and Tasha hook up. You heard it here first.
Wow. Yo, that is a bold. That is a
because she needs to level up. She needs to level up. She's leveling up. She went from Sean to Silver to now aspiring governor. That makes sense to me.
Yo, that would be super wild if Tate somehow was to come through the back door. You know what I hate? What I hate about that whole storyline? The fact that Lorenz Tate couldn't even get a different last name.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
You know what I'm saying? Like his name is Councilman Tate. Like, all right.
They're just not. I mean, he's just not believable in this particular role. I mean, he's played a lot of roles, so I give Lorenz Tate a ton of credit. But like this, like, man, I so wish he was more like a drug dealer or something like that. This councilman thing it's been going on. It's, you know what, and it's also drawn out. We've already been through the whole fancy thing. Like, it feels like this has been going on forever between Tate and Ghost. So I'm kind of over it now. Yeah,
at this point, it's like, where are we going with the Queen's Child project? What is actually going to occur? Like, what is it? What is it that what's the end goal of this? Like, I think the main goal of the Queen's Child project was to introduce Tate. Like, that's the main reason he's around. He's been around to give the reason for Ghost to work within the spotlight. And he's been around since last season.
And I give credit. Dorian pointed this out, I think, last year. He was like, sometimes power like introduces something to force something else.
Right.
And it's unnecessary.
Right.
So it's like, let's do this whole Queen's Child project to force Lorenz Tate into this mode. And it's just, I hate that storyline. It's just a waste of time. And then you got Flat Top Alphonse walking into the club and, you know, what do you want to know? I'll tell you anything.
Right.
And then you courted him, and then, like, all right. I mean, Ghost is pretty manipulative, so whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I would want to have this dude do, but it got to be something else.
I tell you this. Okay, I actually take back that it's a waste of time because it gave us the fancy scene. And that I'm appreciative for, always. Because I watched the Jamie Foxx show for, I believe it was on for 6 seasons.
Right.
I've watched Bad Company. I watched every damn show, movie that Fancy was in. And it took Power on Stars and a silly-ass storyline to finally get the payoff.
Right.
So I'm appreciative of that.
Hey, man.
Jamie Foxx couldn't get it done. But
I mean, he married her.
Got it done.
He did marry her on the show, but I don't think we got scenes as explicit.
Just the payoff.
It was broadcast TV, so I get it. So joining us right now, live and direct, the podcast purveyor, the man who have podcasts will travel. My guy Jameer Pond. Jameer, what's going on, brother? You gotta
AKA
you there?
AKA Alphonse.
What up, Jameer?
What's going on, y'all?
Yo, man. Yo, we just
Alphonse.
yeah, bro. Yo, y'all can't see it, but Jameer has the most. Yo, welcome. My name is Jameer, and this is LinkedIn.com. He has that post.
See that picture?
Yo, nah, I'm hating though. That headshot is fire though.
Fire.
That is fire. But you definitely are pushing LinkedIn or Christian Mingle. I don't know which one.
Definitely not Christian Mingle. More LinkedIn.
So,
If
yo, man,
anything.
yo, thank you for joining us. We just talking about how Lorenz Tate can't get a different last name to play a character on Power.
Dog, what's going on? They were like, you know what would be good if we just kept your last name. That's just, come on now.
What's his first name on Power?
I can't remember.
Rashad.
Rashad, yes. Rashad Tate.
I feel like that's one of his brother's names. His brother's name is Lamad, and then he has
Rashad.
another one. It could be
I
Rashad.
feel like he's played a Rush. I feel like he's played a Rashad in one of his movies.
I wouldn't put it
I have
past
to look
him.
that up.
I wouldn't put it past him. So yeah,
Like
definitely
on,
a Tate.
like the Inkwell or something like that. He was Rashad.
On the Inkwell, he was shit. This is gonna kill me. I'm gonna look it up. Sorry.
yeah. We gotta go to the
I
IMDb's.
feel like
but
if I hit that on the money, I deserve an award.
right, yeah, no, you definitely you gotta get a no prize for sure.
His name was Drew. I'm
Drew.
sorry. It was.
I was close.
Hey, close enough.
I guess. I mean,
yo, Jameer. So far we've talked about the double standard of Tasha and Ghost, talking about why they cheated on each other and getting better lives. We're talking about Terry Silver, aka Deleterious, leaving a post-it note and a check and telling them to walk with God because he ain't walking with her. So what,
that was incredible.
What did you think about the episode?
I thought the episode was. I thought it was good. I mean, it definitely served its purpose. Some things were some loose ends were tied up. We found out that Tasha's box wasn't that good because Terry Silver said, "Not only am I not doing this, but I'm moving away." Like he moved away. Like that's how you know your box isn't that good. We learned that Kanan continues to show that he's the smartest person on the show, and he continues to do it in epic fashion. Like he cut my son's head off and was like, "Yo, let me just put in this Louis duffel so that y'all can see I'm not playing."
That's a very Queens thing to do, by the way.
Very Queens.
That's a very Queens thing to walk out with a Gucci double for the head.
That's also the standard black dude bag, carry-on bag on the Spirit Lanes.
Yo,
You go to Miami, all you see is Gucci bags in the carry-on section.
Definitely, he had a Latino man's head in there. So, I mean,
right,
a little different, but still the same effect. And I think Courtney Kemp said it best. She was like, on the after show, when Ghost is on his shit, he's the smartest person on the show. When he found out from that high top dude, the dude with the high top,
Alphonse.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh shit, like okay, I got you." He just said, "Let me let you hear this." Took a shot of Jack and was like, "Bitch, you thought
Right.
I wasn't in the Queen Shots Project. Let me know when you done running for governor."
Yo.
And then, yeah.
And you know something? I think 50 Cent... Hold on one second. I think 50 Cent had an excellent point on his IG story. Why won't Nicki Minaj donate to the Queenstown Project? What are we doing?
This is a good question.
I mean, at some point,
Yo.
you kind of got to, instead of arguing with Safari.
Yeah, you argue with Safari. Donate to the Queenstown Project.
Right.
Yo, what happened to Ghost's office?
Weird, true.
In all the other seasons, he always held these meetings in his office. And now he holds it at the bar.
He's holding it at the bar. That's a good point.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Maybe he doesn't want to
just
go in
thought
there
of that.
because Milan was in there all the time.
They didn't have the budget for the office anymore? What's going on?
The office just
He's
ain't the
never
same.
in his office.
The office ain't the same, man.
He had the real liquor in his office.
This is true.
That is true.
And now he's just holding it willy-nilly at the bar in the little section off to the side. What happened to the office?
That's a good point.
I don't know.
Yeah. So let's dive into. You want to talk about Kanan or Angela realizing that she's the villain this season?
I just hope we're saving Dre for last.
Oh yeah, no, we have to save Dre for last. We have to save Fortnite Andre for last.
You pulled out the strap in the middle of the hallway.
My bad. Hold on. Let's talk about.
We gotta come back to that.
Yeah, we gotta leave that for last. The whole plan. That whole yo. All right. So let's talk about Angela, right? So I didn't think that the name of this episode would pertain to her, but it makes sense. And she was talking about it, like the cleaner Ghost gets, the dirtier her hands get. That she thought that she was one of the good guys, and right now she's really not. Because if you think about it, since season 3, she's been doing nothing but committing crime. Obstruction, all this shit. Like, she's been doing OD committing crime. And it's coming from all angles with her. Like, first of all, you got Proctor, who made a deal to get his license back. And, you know, shout out to all you have to do is make a couple of calls and you get your license back. If that ain't white privilege, I don't know what is.
I don't know what his name is. I know Mac. I don't know his damn name.
Oh, Sachs? Cooper Sachs. That's Cooper Sachs. The man who can look at 2 pieces of paper and automatically tie the ballistics report to a totally separate report about Tate being possibly dirty. And he says, hold on, wait a minute. I seen this before.
Sachs should be the head of the FBI.
Yo.
This dude eyeballed a ballistics report and said, yep, we got it.
Gotcha.
He would be the gumshoe that gets Carmen Sandiego on one of them episodes. He would be the one.
He eyeballed a ballistics report.
He could find Waldo. He could find Tupac. He could find anybody, bro. He could find anybody. But this dude is able to get Proctor his license back in exchange for dirt on Angela. And what's ill is, yo, you realize how much fuck shit she's been involved in, where they tie her to possibly covering up a totally different murder than what Sachs was talking about. He's talking about Raymond Jones, and they brought up Sandoval. And I was like, holy shit, she wasn't. That was her. And you know Proctor.
Yeah, that was like I think that was obstruction.
Yeah, well, I don't know what the law is, but she tipped it off. She told Silver, and Silver told Proctor, and Proctor told Ghost, and they got Teresi to kill him in the inside.
Wait, Silver told. Wait, rewind that.
Silver told Proctor.
What did he say? He was like, "Yo, they got Sandoval in
MCC." So then,
Proctor.
Why did he tell?
Because remember, they were working with. He was still on the team.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So he was just reporting what he knew. Yeah. So Silver. Right. So Silver is just as implicated. So Proctor went and told Ghost, and then they handled it, and Teresi handled it. So you know, Proctor. I don't think he would hesitate to give up anything on Angela. No. Like not in a heartbeat. So she has this, and you know, she's meeting with homeboy Tampio about being a part of B613. Because you know that's what he's in. It's B613. It has to be B613. It has to be. Yo, dog, it has
smashing
to be.
Kerry Washington.
Right. He's in Washington smashing somebody while Papa Pope is running plans to release the Jimenez from custody.
Not Papa Pope. Not a crossover.
What you need to do is release the Jimenez, because if you do not release them, this country will not be protected, and you will not let the Republic fall for the sake of Mexican cartel criminals. But
straight Lord of War. Straight out of Lord of War.
Bruh. So you got that, and she basically said, yo, I'm overqualified, but I'm trying to get this job. I'm trying to get out of here. Then you got Mock. Like Donovan kept it so 100 with her. Like, yo, I can't tell you what's going on, but I'm just gonna let you know you got no friends here.
Yeah,
like, you wildin',
yo, they out for your ass.
Right. He really had the conversation like, yo, I can't tell you who told me, but you're wildin'. I'm just letting you know that you're wild. Everybody knows you're wildin' in here, and you need to stop wildin'.
It was like you pull your black coworker to the side and be like, hey, look, man, it's not looking good for you. These white folk want you out.
Like, I don't care about the do-rag you wear to work, but it's not looking good right now.
He did owe her one, though, because she did save his life.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fact.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Yes. And he kind of like, we're even now. I'm like, Fib, I don't know if that's even. I don't know if that's really even. I don't know if that's really even. Like in the, you know, in the weighing the scale, I think you might owe her at least a half more.
You might owe her a murder. Like, you might need to shoot somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Because he definitely saved his life. But I thought it was ill. First of all, Tommy just randomly breaking in on her like Batman.
He just pops up.
Yo, he just like he does not respect her personal space or her. Yo, even when she was like, "I gotta move," he said, "That's not gonna matter."
Yo, everybody knows where she lives. Everybody,
and apparently where she parks too. The nigga popped up in the car.
Dog.
Angela,
Angela's crib is like Star Labs on the Flash.
It's the frat. House.
There's no, right. It is. It exactly is the frat. Like, yo, dog. Don't you go to school in Delaware? Why are you in our crib? That was definitely me. Yeah. That was definitely me at Psy, yo. It's be like, yo, weren't you in New York? Not now. Welcome to Philly.
You ever seen the fish meme where it's saying "yer" from SpongeBob?
Oh yeah.
It's like that. You just walk in with your hands up, like "yer." What's good? You making something, or we just gonna talk business? Like,
yo, who cooking?
I'm like, how y'all keep getting in her crib,
bruh?
Why does she keep
all you
opening
gotta do
the door?
Is put surveillance on her crib.
Yeah, yeah.
The
everybody's going down. Like they have to end the series. They have to end the series. But even that conversation they had in the car where you see she was basically like, yo, I'm a criminal now. So I got to handle this situation. Like everybody's coming at me. And she basically signed Tommy up for the hit. I like how she was like, John. She was like John. And he said, well, that evens it down. You know what I'm saying?
Dead. I'm calling it now. He's dead.
But she it depends on what he wants to do. Because I think that's the most calculated. Like Angela needs to get some credit this season for being as devious as anybody on the series. Like, yo, she really would give up that job with B613 and give it to Mock.
You seen that? And you seen the end of Carlito's Way, where Carlito's about to get on the train, and then the Benny Blanco dude just comes and stabs him up. That's what's going to happen to Mock. Mock is going to be on the Excella to DC and just get got.
But she said, whatever happens to him, I have one more play that could get him and get the Jimenez. But what happens to him after is not my business. And Tommy is like, oh, you got the devil in you. I think this is the first time that Tommy likes her in the entire series.
Right.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I fuck with you. You be killing like I kill. I be big killing. You trying to big kill. Like I like that's his kindred spirit. Like he's like, yo, I feel seen. When she starts talking about killing people, she's like, I feel seen.
That's a fact.
So you know, I think that is interesting to watch, to see, is Mock going to take the job and just say, yo, if I'm gonna keep it 100, if I was Mock, I'd just say, yo, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, I would take it. He's still gonna die. I'm telling you, he's gonna die.
Right. I would take it. I would take it for sure.
Taking Angela down does just nothing.
Right, exactly. Like at this point, this is all ego, because they lost Ghost.
Yeah, they feel slighted.
Right.
So they gotta try to get the person that they clearly know has something to do with this, but they just waiting to get concrete evidence. I think he should take the job too, because if not, he will. He's gonna die, but he should die in a dramatic fashion on the train or the Excella. Yep. You know, rather than in a shitty New York apartment.
Keep Jason.
The other thing is that he has to know that his life is in danger. If you're a Mock and you assume that Angela is the head of this organization or co-head or some co-sponsor or whatever,
right?
You have to know. And now she sat you down and told you, "I need a friend. Here's this job." You have to know if she's capable of doing everything you think that she did, that your life has to be in danger right now. You have to know that.
Well, as long as Jason Statham stays away from Mock, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be fine. He has to stay away from Jason Statham and Bow Wow, and I think his life will be extended a little bit more.
Fucking Bow Wow.
Yo, dog. No Tokyo drifting
dead.
on this
He's
side.
Dead.
No
right
Tokyo.
On the Excella. Done.
So how about this
oh wait. While we're on that topic,
what's up?
Is Proctor now off the hook from the dude?
Sax?
No. The dude that Tommy killed in his apartment.
Oh, well, they haven't found anything because his family helped.
Okay.
Proctor's family.
Oh, okay.
So I think now it's whatever. Unless they find some random eyelash or some shit, and they're like, "Yo, it's."
Well, because there's still like the cell tower says he was
Right.
in front of your apartment.
Right, but they have no evidence where he is unless you have surveillance, unless you have whatever.
Right.
They have no other.
Right.
And in the Power universe, surveillance is limited.
There's no DNA. There's no
clearly.
such thing as DNA.
There's no DNA. There's no surveillance unless we clearly see you leave a thumbprint. There are no fingerprints.
Yeah, can we just talk about? I'm sorry. Like, speaking of that, yo, Ghost smashed in Charlie Murphy's whole face, had blood all over the place. This man gets out of prison. He touched the other dude that he wanted to make it look like it was like a murder suicide. Didn't nobody dust off for DNA and no prints and nothing like that?
No, why not?
Nope.
Insane.
Not unless it's Angela or Sax.
Everybody else is incompetent in the whole show except for them. Yep. I'm like, he mashed in his face with a weight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day.
Or
whatever.
Tommy and Teresi killing someone in his own damn garage.
Yo.
Oh, you assume these are all wise guys, right? So they know how to get rid of it. But I just thought it was ill. First of all, you put weights in the briefcase to try to weigh down the money to make it seem like there was more. So you didn't think that when he got home,
He deserved to die.
when he got home and he opens the briefcase and he finds it, you don't think he's coming back for you? Or would you
He knows where you live, bro.
Right. So you were gone either way. And he was like, yo, I was going to give you double. I was going to give you triple. Why didn't you just tell him? How many mafia movies we've seen? He's like, oh, Paulie, I don't have it this week. I can give you what I can. You smash up their place and you let them know. I better see double next time. Like, this is how it goes. Like, why would you try that? Like, they weren't going to check it. Or, like, you know what he probably thought it was like?
Well, he wasn't. No, actually, he wasn't a mob guy. He was a corrections officer.
Right. But I'm just saying, you're clearly dealing with
right.
like OG mobsters. Maybe
you wouldn't think a dude would kill you in your own damn garage.
You know what he treated it like? He treated it like when you go to the drive-thru and you leave and they forget something and you just like, yo, fuck it, I'm home. I'm not even trying to go back. Right. But this is like thousands of dollars, fam. I'm going back and I'm asking you.
I assume that he was skimming. I think that was probably the bigger issue.
Probably.
He probably was skimming. That's what it probably was.
Yeah.
But like, why would you?
Because why are you short? Why are you short? You either have the product or you have the money. You're right. Short.
Right.
Why wouldn't you think I wouldn't check the money right there?
Right.
Like, if you gave me $10 in singles, I could know you for years. I'm going through every single just to make sure all 10 is there.
Right.
You're talking about with thousands of. You're talking about money in a briefcase.
Right.
You don't think I'm gonna look at it? I don't trust you.
And this is where I feel like honesty is the best policy, especially when you're dealing with people who literally can have your life in your hands. Like, yo, I don't got it this week. It wasn't moving like that. I'm going to get you double. One way or another, I'm going to get you double. At least you buy another week. I don't think they take a drill to your face if you're short like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like how we're talking about mob ethics and shit.
I know nothing about that life. Like we throw that out there.
I don't.
This
I
ain't
don't want
Vice.
A drill in my knee. that looked like it sucked.
Dog, he got bone damage. He lost his ACL, MCL, LVL.
And his brain as well.
Oh yeah, but his medulla oblongata is.
Yep.
All that shit is good. Yo, what did y'all think about Tommy's mom crashing the dinner party?
Yo,
I thought it was gangster that Connie was like, "That's my son."
Oh yeah,
yo, that was crazy.
Kate reacted crazy.
So now she got to die.
Yo,
she got to die.
Well, I mean,
Tommy's mom.
She's on her way, so I mean,
you know, oh wow,
she's on. No, I mean,
wow.
She's not.
Tommy's mom's gonna suffocate her or something. I'm telling you,
right?
Yeah,
but you know, she kept it G, man. She knew about Tommy, and you knew she knew. Like
you knew she knew.
And yo, Teresi, he definitely pulled a dude move where you said the thing that came to your mind that you shouldn't say. Like this dude was like, yo, you're killing me right now, but if you don't forgive me. I'm like, fam, she's actually dying. Like she's dead ass dying. Why would you see that? Like I was like, yo, when she slapped him, I was like, yeah, you earned all of that. You earned all five fingers. You earned all of that. But yo, you know what I'm waiting to see? when he brings Keisha over for dinner.
Oh no, she's not making it through the door, fam.
I was thinking about the whole time. Have y'all ever seen Jungle Fever?
Yeah.
So I always think there's this animosity between Italians and black people. I never feel comfortable. I was like, they are in for a rude awakening, and the word nigga will casually be thrown out.
I think she's gonna get called a colored, and I am going to lose it, boy.
Probably a black.
You brought this fucking moolie to my house. What do you think? I accept you into my family.
I've gotten along a lot of times in my life, but this is Lala. You brought Lala.
He's like, yo, you brought a whole black woman. You brought a whole black woman. You didn't bring like a low key black woman. You brought a whole black woman to this house.
She gonna come in with a Gucci headband, like something just extravagant. I'm like, no,
with booty shorts, with like leather tights, leather tights and boots.
Yo,
because they 100% think that he's with an Italian girl. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah. 100%. Ironically, they would have fucked with Holly heavy.
Oh, deep.
Oh, yeah. They would.
Because she was about it.
Yeah, they would have fucked with Holly heavy. And Connie, that ambulance idea that she had, I was like,
that was
smart.
I was like, yo, who needs some money clean? Because that's a racket. Dogs. Yeah. That is a scheme.
She found out her husband hid a traumatic, life-altering secret from her. Next scene, I'm giving out ideas to help your bastard son flip his money. Wow. What a woman.
Right. But you know what I think?
That actually brings up another point is like, how did Tommy just ditch his moms like that?
He don't fuck with his moms for seasons though.
Well, especially because of the Teresi thing, he felt like he kept her father away from
which he did.
I mean, the man was in jail,
but he could have at least known who he was. But ironically, she wanted to keep him away from the life, and what did Tommy do? He's hanging out with Ghost and them, and he ended up in there anyway. Yep. So, you know what was ill? When Teresi got him talking about all his kills, and I was like, yo, Tommy's killed a lot of people in this series.
Yeah, I remember that bubble wrap.
The bubble wrap was great. When he rolled over the Dominican in broad daylight and nobody was on the street and there was no surveillance.
That was funny.
Nobody on the street, no surveillance. I think that's the same street where the Toros, where Lorenzo got.
Oh my
Why do
God.
people keep... Yo, if you are any type of mob boss on Power, do not walk down the street by yourself.
Because you're going to die. It's broad daylight.
I think it's that street. I think it's that street by Sin City. That oddball street that you don't want to park on.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think it's that street.
Yo,
pretty sure it's that street.
And I would definitely believe that. I would 100% believe that if people are getting...
Yo, fam, we don't got no more spaces in the parking lot. You got to park around the corner.
Right.
Nah, Chief.
I guess I'm going home. I'm calling an Uber because I'm not dealing with that. R.I.P.
I think I parked over there once. And I was like, nah, this is how I
always parked on that street right across where everybody sees that one line where everybody's car is, or maybe around the corner. But that's somewhere exactly where you would see where the lights are. Because other than that, dudes be wilding when they leave that spot. So, nope. All right, let's talk about Ghost, Dre, Kanan, this whole plan to kill both of the connects. And y'all guys take the floor because, I don't know. You guys take the floor.
So we're understanding it. I don't really understand why Ghost wants both Dre wants both connects dead for him to be the sole person into the chick Jimenez. Is that my understanding?
So he's killing Diego, one because Diego's a loose cannon, and two because Alicia wants him out the way.
Right.
He's killing Mitchich to get the other connect out of the way, and he would be they want to take over his territory. So if they get his territory plus the Jimenez, he's controlling that with Alicia. Then he'll probably end up marrying her because Alicia been throwing it at him the whole season.
He should catch it. Just saying.
Yeah, I was with Kanan when he said, "Why does he want to do that?" Kill both connects.
Right, but he was thinking more so like, "Yo, I'm gonna lose my connect and my way to get in." Right. So he and I think the biggest piece with Kanan was flipping 2-bit. Because Spank will ride. Like, Spank is a rider. I fuck with Spank because Spank move with 2-bit however he moved. Like he even said, whatever you doing, I'm doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So he already knew. And I love that conversation with Two-Pin and Spank is every conversation you have with your man when you like, yo, we not on this. We about to do this here. Like, what's going on? Yo, we not even trying to go to that party no more. I know we getting it free, but this one is 20, but it's gonna be lit.
Spank reminds me of Mekhi Phifer and Paid in Full.
Yes.
When Wood Harris gets on, he's just like, I'm just gonna rock with you.
Right. After he came out of jail?
Yeah.
That's a good
He's
point.
like, just give me the corner.
Right.
Really good.
So and you know, it's crazy because and I think I saw Courtney Kemp say this on the after show, but when they're devising the plan, Ghost keeps it by the book, but Dre is the one with the extra plan. Because Dre was sending Ghost to kill Diego, and then Spank was going to kill Ghost. Now, I don't think that plan would have worked because there's no way Spank is killing Ghost in any any world that Spank is killing Ghost.
Spank would have got his dumb ass shot.
And I like how Two-Bit was tight. Two-Bit's tight. Like, why don't you kill him? He's like, dog, I'm about to run this raid on Mystics by myself.
Yeah.
Yo, the funny part, I think everybody caught this because it seemed like, oh, we're killing Ghost was going to be relatively easy. But when he said, oh no, Kanan's killing them, Spank was like, we got to kill Kanan? I ain't bringing that type of heat.
Like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that shit. I'm with you to a certain extent.
Kanan survived a fire. Kanan survived El Toros at his crib. Kanan's damn near Superman.
Dog. He's actually Kane from WWE.
Yo,
he's actually
that's
Kane.
A great point.
He's actually Kane. So yo, dude is
Spank
like
was like, he's an executive producer. I'm not.
Right.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
If it's him or me, it's definitely gonna be me. If it's him or me, it's definitely gonna be me.
Right.
So Kanan's plan, which was it's brilliant. He kills
smart,
Diego
man.
and his man.
Wait. One more thing.
What's up?
When Ghost tells him, I need you to kill the Geminis, he's like, he knows what I look like. He'll never see you coming. And it's like, he's not going to see anybody coming.
Well,
because you surprising him. It doesn't matter if it's anybody.
Anybody could have came out that door. I get it. Yeah. Anybody could have came out that door.
Go sucking him into that one. I'm like, yo, you're sneaking into the back door. What does it matter if he recognizes you?
And why wouldn't Ghost be wearing his trademark all black anyway?
Well, what does it even matter? He's sneaking in.
No, he could have killed. Ghost could have literally just wore a mask, and he would have been good. Like no matter what,
Ghost could have been in his suit. He'd have been chilling.
and a fitted. He wanted to have dinner with Angela.
Dre, I'll handle this. Handle this, Dre.
He said, nah, I think I'm going to go have dinner with my side piece instead of murder.
Unless Ghost really thought that was a double cross by Dre, so I'm going to send in Kanan, and if Kanan gets killed,
then so be
unless he was thinking along those lines.
But I don't know, man. I think Kanan was just with it, and then Kanan figured it out that, you know.
But let's talk about how I hate giving Dorian credit again because the second time I had to do it, but he came up with the theme of power that they build up these boss villains who get caught in like Roadrunner, Coyote, Wild E. Coyote kind of way, where it's so easy to get them after you just built them up for 2 seasons.
It's like
it's like
Mega Man.
Party.
It's like Mega Man. Once you get all the other weapons, the last boss is a breeze. You just know which weapon to use.
But bro, that was wild. Yeah, that was wild easy. And he was like, "No, I'm just gonna bring one homeboy, you know, because I trust you so much."
And make sure you have some BBWs because he likes to suck them dry.
We saw this man with 2 women earlier in the season. He does not have a problem getting women. Why does he need an orgy party from a dude he don't even like?
And you wouldn't be skeptical of seeing arrows on the floor that says "hoes this way." The fuck? I'd have been walked back slow.
Written in crown.
Right, yo.
Hoes
Let's talk about this. There's arrows on the floor. Come on now.
And here's the thing. He had his man with him. He said, "This is my head. This is the only one I can trust, and bring some big women because that's what he's into." But if you needed to bring somebody that you trust, in the event that you were getting set up, is one dude really going to protect you?
Absolutely.
Unless he
he have mad dudes earlier in the season?
He did. He called
Mad
them
people.
off. He called them. This is the one time you called them off. Like, come on, dog. Unless your man is Jason Bourne, I don't think.
Unless he's Kanan.
Or
Kanan.
Or Kanan. I don't think he's going to protect you. So, Kanan kills him, cuts off his head, goes to Mitchich, and basically pines for Tommy's position and advocates how he should be the one that, and Mitchich is just like, yo, you kill him and we can talk about it. I thought it was ill that he's like, yo, we could talk about it. He's like, fuck you mean talk about it? Like,
I just bought you the head of this dude.
I cut off this nigga's head and put it in a Louis bag, and now it's like, I'm not convinced.
Right.
What? What else I gotta do?
You gotta earn my trust.
I thought he was bugging.
And he's like, okay, I'm about to save your life. Somebody's coming to kill you right now.
I like how he calls him old friend. I'm not talking to you, old friend.
Right. That's just his way to substitute the N-word.
Yes.
That's why he calls him old friend. Because he's like, this dude is kind of brolic. I think he would beat my ass. So I'm just gonna call him old friend and say it in a condescending way. That's what I think. But yo, can we talk about Dre?
I thought you was going to go to Tariq next.
Oh no! Well, we could save. We could go to Tariq because Tariq is a good, quick transition. So Tariq is homeboy from Grownish now that sells the pills.
Oh my God! Oh, the Arabian Drake looking cat.
Yeah. I'm about to get his name, but yeah, he's the dude. He's about to be homeboy that sells pills. Homeboy that sells pills on Grownish. Like, yo, this is what's his name? Vivek. He's about to be Vivek from Grownish, bro. Like, for real. But and you know what it is? I don't know if this is a rebellion anymore or he's just said fuck it. I don't know what it is.
I mean, I just don't know.
Is it a little bit of both?
He don't want my son to be his father no more. Like he's done with Ghost.
Yo, please tell me.
I mean, that was a heartfelt voicemail.
Yo, it was. It affected him, but he's more so he's retaliating against him for all the stuff that he's done the past couple of seasons.
I mean, what has he really done? He grew up rich.
The lies. I feel you. But once the lies happened and everything, and then you think about it. You gotta go to this Spanish chick crib that you don't even know that you damn near cheating. You definitely cheating on mom because y'all ain't separated. You divorced, and we supposed to be like one big happy family. Like
yeah, that was a small apartment too.
Right. It's not like you have your own space either. Like Angela had all these kids in her apartment. Damn near almost had Yasmin choke on that toy. That's why we ain't see her.
Yep.
She wear Bobby Shmurda hat somewhere for like 3 seasons and then come back.
You know how I feel about Yasmin, bro.
Yo, we were just talking about her how that's the reason. We figured it out. This is why Terry Silver was so inviting. Like, yeah, bring her over. She only there for 4 episodes.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
you really don't gotta deal. You really don't gotta deal.
Then
with
she's
her.
back in. Then she's back in North Carolina with Auntie.
Right, with the Bobs for whatever reason. But yeah, man, I think please tell me.
I just want to point out real quick
the
previous episode because I mentioned this in the group me. If you see a glass table in a scene that looks like it's about to get violent, someone is going through that glass table. It happens in every single movie dating back to Bad Boys 1. You're going through the table, brother. And I knew as soon as they went to that scene and he was like, nah, the price just went up. And I saw the glass table. I said, nope, it's over for you, buddy.
Oh, when his man got smacked up?
Yep, through the glass table.
Dog, absolutely ridiculous. But tell me you guys saw the thread on Twitter of how Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq, is a badass kid in everything he's played.
Everything.
Bruh.
I did see that.
They broke out Barbershop. They broke out, I gotta find this shit. Cause they broke out everything. Like I saw it and I was just like, I didn't see the Netflix show. I didn't see the Netflix show where he was playing basketball player. But you know what? we're gonna do confirmation bias here. He definitely was a badass kid in that movie. I didn't even get to see it, but not only did this little shit.
Apparently, he was in a movie with Nicolas Cage as well.
Right. So he was what I forgot the actress's name, but Laverne Cox. He was her son, his son on Orange Is the New Black, misgendered her. The best thing about this thread was the dude doesn't even watch Power, and he said, I don't even watch Power, but I know for a fact that this nigga probably the most hated motherfucker. Yo,
he's gonna be this generation's Clifton Powell.
Right.
Like, Clifton Powell is the dirty, like the dirty evil villain black nigga in everything that he does. He's gonna be just like Clifton Powell. Like, as soon as he gets on screen, this thing about to fuck some shit up.
Right.
And about to make me hate him. Right. I guarantee it.
So
I guarantee it.
So the movie 211 with Nicolas
awful.
Cage, I think he broke his streak. But this dude really is. Wait,
so bad. And then last episode, he does like the asthma attack in front of the security guard. That was just terrible acting. I just don't understand. I can't stand him as a person. I know there was like a power. A truth party in New York. Like, they did something where, like, they made a club into truth.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I lived in New York, I wouldn't want to go, because if I saw that little nigga, it's gonna be a problem.
You want to swing on him, you know?
Honestly, that's how it was for Holly. When Holly came to the rap party. I think it was season 3 when she died, and it was so crazy how so many, like, she is the actress. Lucy Walters, she's like the nicest person in the world, and the fact that so many people hated her character, it's like people
Holly,
see her,
go fuck yourself, Holly.
It's like people see her at the party and they're like hugging her, like, "Oh my God, you're so nice, but I hated you on Power."
Right,
and that's where Michael Rainey Jr. is getting to that level of supreme Super Saiyan fuck nigga right now with this. But and
it makes me mad when Ghost poses with pictures with him on Instagram, like, this is my real son in real life. I'm like, just kill him already, man.
Shoot this nigga.
Well, he's already not the man of the house anymore when he lost that fight to him. And he sunned him all, like,
threw him through the wall.
Bro, Kanan is his dad now. Kanan is his dad.
His
big fact. So your man Dre.
Oh God.
Can we talk about this plan?
Snub nose Dre.
And they told him, he was like, how you gonna do it? He's like, I got a plan. His plan was to bring a bazooka from Call of Duty.
Why are you doing that?
And walking in midnight through a hotel with and that wasn't his only gun, by the way. You saw he had the whole arsenal. He had an arsenal with him.
I told you what movie he watched. He was like, I got a plan. I watched the movie last night. I got the plan.
What was it, Belly?
You know what movie he watched? No. He watched the end of Law Abiding Citizen. He was like, Gerard, because at the end of Law Abiding Citizen, Gerard Butler walks in dressed like a janitor. This actually happened in the James Bond movie, the last one, I think. The same exact thing happened. They dressed up as a janitor. They walked into the thing.
I can't remember it. Was it Spectre?
Because they stole it from Law Abiding Citizen.
Which was an underrated movie, by the way.
Yeah. Dressed up like a janitor.
Was that the 50 movie?
No, that was Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler.
But I heard whatever the one that 50 did, I heard that was good.
What, Law Abiding Citizen?
Nah, it was. What was the other one? I can't remember the shit. But
I know what you're talking about. I just watched that the other day too. I can't remember what it.
I heard that was underrated.
Oh no, you talking about Den of Thieves?
Yes,
Den of Thieves was good.
Yes,
Den of Thieves was good. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a damn good movie. No, but it wasn't that. It was Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, okay.
Dressed up like a janitor to get through security to get upstairs to blow the whole place up. But no, this dude Dre pulls out a rocket launcher.
Dog, in the middle of a hallway.
So I saw.
Imagine
I
if
think
you open your door.
Right.
Right.
So I think, Mo, you might have said this in the group chat, but when does housekeeping work at midnight?
Yo, dog, they was in first. It just boggled my mind. The whole shit. All he had on was a hat. You pulling out a big ass gun and all you got on is a fitted. Like, my nigga, that's not a costume at all. I can clearly see your face.
Right.
Second of all, he opened up a briefcase. It was mad guns in there. He walked in the room and it was folding towels. I'm like, yo, this was the plan? Horrible.
Bruh.
Horrible.
When I tell you, this man said, I have a plan. That wasn't your plan, bro. Like, I don't know.
It couldn't have
I'm
been.
sorry.
And Jason and them, they're Serbians, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, okay, I'm not going to bring the pistol that I hide in my waistband. I need the rocket launcher for the Serbians.
Yo.
It's the Serbian level. It's the Serbian level of GoldenEye. You can't go light.
Yo, it was like, it's like, Dre, what's your plan? Sniper rifles in the stack with using Odd Job.
Right.
And was that a silencer or just a clip?
Yo,
really
I think it was a silencer because the way it looked like an add-on to the front where he would have went in and sprayed the room, but there wouldn't have been like a massive sound. At this point, it might have been. Did you see the trailers for that movie where the kid finds the alien gun and is all of a sudden like Turok Dinosaur Hunter? Like, yo, it could have been that gun at this point. It could have been a laser gun at this point because yo. And I loved his look on his face when he looked up and realized that they were gone.
He did the Chappelle look.
Yeah.
Yo, I was so tight that he looked disappointed because I'm like, even if he was in there, what the fuck was you going to do with all them guns? You stand out like a sore thumb, like you would have had time to reload and put together another fucking gun.
Right.
Why?
Like, what was the plan? Like, I'm going to knock on the door, hey, janitor, and just open up fire as soon as you get in there?
Housekeeping at midnight.
But you know what? Based on the theory that all the villains get got easily, maybe it wasn't a bad theory.
Hey, that's true. Like in Power history, that would have been like an easy kill for him. But you know what's the realest part of that scene? The housekeeping keep doing what they doing, and you got a gun, no doubt. I'm Poppy. I'm working. Do what you got to do. I'm working. I don't speak English. I'm even if you speak fluent English, I don't speak no English. I'm just working. I'm just working. You need something? You need something? Because they ain't just mind their business and keep working. Like,
son, they should have showed him removing the silencer and putting the gun back into.
Just start detaching everything and disassembling the whole.
That would have been mad funny. He's like, oh man, it's like like the kids took his baseball or basketball or something. He's just walking away, assembling, disassembling mad other shit. Like that shit would have been mad funny. Agreed.
So yo, all right. If we don't got anything else on this, we gonna go to the questions. We're gonna go to Power Talk from the audience. All right, cool. So questions and comments.
I just wanted to say that Dre is like Call of Duty level, whatever.
Yo, but the guns on this.
Where are they getting these guns from?
Yo, Kanan had the largest pistol. I thought it was like Final Fantasy or some shit. Like this pistol was huge.
His gun is crazy.
Y'all ever play Gears of War? That looked like a pistol that he had. I was like, dog, who do you shop with? Like, do you
Queens.
get that
Here's what
off?
I think.
Go to Queens.
Yeah, here's what I think. They got Moneypenny in Queens that take it to a secret lab, and you get to pick your gun. And Kanan decided to pick the Kanan Desert Eagle, and Dre decided, I'm going to go with the snub-nosed rocket launcher.
Kate is like, what you got for me, Moneypenny? You know I like them big shits. You know I like the ones. You know I like the automatics. You got that, and he does the laugh like.
And I did ask if Courtney, next time you talk to Courtney Kemps, can we get a list of the guns used? Because I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, he wants the you want the NRA list. you want the brochure. I
really just want to know what kind of gun Kanan has, because that joint will blow a hole through your whole head,
bruh. Nobody from the Toros locals who got shot with that gun should have had a head anymore.
Yo,
it should have been like Men in Black. They should have had like a small ass head at that point.
Yo, they should have vaporized, like and just turned into dust.
Right.
Because at that point, Like that ain't no regular bullet coming out of that gun at all,
bro. It's like the type of bullet that those are like the Luke Cage bullets.
Yo, fast.
So that joint has to be mad loud.
Right. It's like you really got the Beats pill version of a pistol in your head. Like you know that shit's gonna be loud as hell. I don't know, man. All right, yo, let's get into this power talk. Let's get into these questions, comments, and all around slander. And as always, at Jeff J says, if you ever want to send your power commentary, let's see. But before Ghost goes to jail for killing Ray Ray, he will kill Deleterious. This is Dragon. Man. This is Ali McFly, Jimmins to get it on Jones. That's a cool prediction. Jameer, you didn't hear Mo's prediction earlier that Tasha's gonna get with Tate before the end of the season.
Oh my god!
I think that one is like that would be the one that I just put money on if I have 100 to burn, because the odds on that are so like high that or so low that if that happens, you know you'd make a whole lot of money.
Oh, you make mad bread.
But I can see it. Bread. Hey man, power is good for a random curveball that you're like, huh? I guess we're gonna have to wait until season 6 to figure that out.
She smashes dudes that mess with Ghost's business, and now she's void of a dude, so she needs another dude.
Right.
So yeah, I got my money on tape.
True. All right, next. Wow.
Tommy, but I don't think Ghost is going back to prison. How many times Ghost is going to go to prison?
There's no way.
1.5 seasons.
There's no way he's going back to prison. At least I don't think so.
He's tired of prison.
Right. Next, Tommy and Lakeisha are the only couple I'm rooting for. Everyone else is annoying me. You know what? They are the least annoying couple on Power.
That's only because we like Lala.
This is well. You think about it, like their relationship. It's normal in the sense of everybody else.
And there's no clarity.
I'll tell you this much: Tommy ain't gonna choke her out. Tommy ain't gonna choke her out, because I think Lala's gonna send them to hell if that happens. Like,
and Lala's kid is also down in North Carolina with Auntie.
Oh, yo, Lala's kid is definitely upstairs with Judy.
Will we ever see Lala's kid? That's the question.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Judy from Family Matters?
Oh, you know I am.
Good night.
Know I am.
Good night, good sir.
She's upstairs with Judy.
Will we ever see Lala's kid? Should be the question.
No. That's just a plot device.
Unless Lala ends up dying and she shows up at the funeral.
Real talk. Why even give her a kid to begin with? It served no purpose. I know in hindsight they're like, why do we write that?
Right. I mean, I guess it was just for a plot device, I guess. I don't know, bro.
Just like Yasmin. Like, I know they regretted, like, now we got to bring this little bitch in every time, like, there's a big moment.
Yo, and if that ain't the lightest baby on the lightest girl out of the whole family, I'm like, whose kid is this? Tasha, who you was sleeping with? Yo, is that Julio kid?
She don't say nothing, and she's old enough to speak.
Right.
And she don't do nothing.
Right.
At all.
She don't even. She probably has 5 lines.
Tariq don't care about her.
Right. Tariq never speaks about his sister. Damn near Raina didn't care.
Nobody cared.
And Raina cared about everybody. Raina never talked about Yasmin.
She didn't say one word about her.
That's grandma's baby. That's grandma's baby.
Grandma's baby, bro.
I did love how they released that video of Raina dancing and singing after she died.
Oh man, I was like, yo, the afterlife is lit. The afterlife is so lit right now.
Yo,
that was crazy because she trying to rap and saying, well, I don't know. All right, next, who is gonna die next episode? Dre, 2-Bit, Tariq, or Teresi?
Dre, 2-Bit,
Tariq, or Teresi?
2-Bit, probably. If anybody's gonna die, it's 2-Bit.
I'm a firm believer that Teresi has to die.
At some point, right?
Teresi has to die. I just don't think it's going to be next up like this.
I don't know. His man got to die first.
Yes, I hate his mustache so much. I want him gone.
Who, Spank?
His man gotta
no. His
the white dude.
The white dude with the mustache.
Sammy?
No, his best friend. Yeah, Sammy.
Teresi's best friend.
Yeah. Sammy? Get Sammy the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, Sammy is definitely the gangster in Goodfellas who has to get killed because he's spending too much money. Yeah, he's definitely one of those.
I don't think 2-Bit dies. Although I don't really like how Dre be punking him, Francis.
Yo, Dre be calling this nigga Francis. You know what? Prediction. I think eventually 2-Bit kills Dre.
I could see it. That's
I can
probably
see it.
where
I
Kanan
just
is
don't
working
think
towards.
Francis is a good enough actor to keep the role going.
No, they should never. They can't keep going close up on him. 'Cause when he's making his angry faces, I'm like, you guys are really bringing me out of the power mood. I was like, I can't take any of this seriously. He's like huffing and puffing. I'm like, this is horrible.
He does huff and puff.
He's like waiting for somebody to call cut.
Right.
He's like, yo,
exactly.
he killed the El Toros.
Right. He's like, was I angry enough?
How'd you like that? I can be angrier.
He's like, no. He's like, fam, you know you could brood a little bit, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
At the wrap-up party, I would ask him to do that.
Yo,
he's growling and shit.
Let me see your angry face, bro.
Get him to do a huff and puff on the red carpet set.
Yo, facts.
All right, next.
Facts.
Do you think Teresi is gonna go against his wife's wishes and still sell Tommy out? Because Connie basically told him, this is going to be your only family left. So if you rat him out, you're going to end up alone one way or another. So yeah. I think in the episode when he gave up the marshal as Ghost, like that Ghost killed the marshal, I think you're starting to see the shift where he wants to get, because they want something. They don't necessarily need Tommy. They need somebody who is the head of that organization. So I think he's made his decision to go after Ghost instead. Maybe that family bonding swayed him. So I think I don't think he's gonna sell Tommy out.
Yeah. So my overall issue with Teresi is that in every single Italian movie that ever was created in life about the mob, Teresi would be dead already. Because there's no way he's out of jail without snitching on somebody.
Somebody should have shot him in the face.
Right. He would have been dead. Like,
Vincent mentioned that because Vincent said everybody that he could snitch on is dead already. So if he's out, it's like, he's still breaking the code, but in terms of benefit of the doubt, even if he snitched, who is he snitching on? He don't know none of us. It's his dad and everybody else who's already gone. So they're really in the clear regardless.
I think you have to kill him off of GP.
Right.
Because you just don't know. Just kill him off of GP. But I meant to make this point earlier that Ghost actually, outside of killing that drunk driver dude, he's actually been pretty clean this season. They don't really have anything on him. And Teresi giving him up on the marshal, how is Teresi going to testify? Like, we let him out, this mobster, and it's his word against the president of the Queen's Child Project.
Right.
That's not going to hold up.
The face of the Queen's Child Project versus a 25-year incarcerated mobster. Who are you going to believe?
Yo,
it's not sure.
He's like, I'll handle this, Your Honor. I'll take care of it, Your Honor.
It's just not going to work. It's silly.
Yo, did y'all ever see the meme of it was like a drawing of Ghost that he kept saying, I'll take care of this, and it was just like having sex with all of the characters. Yo, bro, I gotta find that shit. Yo, if y'all listening to this, send me that meme. If you know the meme I'm talking about, please send it to me on any social media. I take care of this drawing. It is like he said it. I'll take care of this, and there's like nobody left in the room for him to have sex with to solve the situation. Yo, the shit is hilarious. But yeah, man.
Maybe Tommy kills Teresi. That'd be interesting.
Maybe it would be in his will.
I think that would make sense.
Shout out to Cousin D who said I was writing a question and hit the character limit. This is something that's really interesting.
Man, we've been giving Cousin D too much credit.
But it's fun. I appreciate his transparency because I was just about to get to this. Guys, if you're responding through the questions app on IG stories, there is a limit. That's like a quick hit question. You can't put a diatribe on it. You can't put a dissertation. This is not a place for your white paper.
So in season 2, this happened. How do you think it links to season 5?
My man, one of our peoples, like, fam, you know who you are. I'm not even gonna put your name out there. I believe in the oath. You feel me? But it looked like he had a fire comment, but it just trails off, and there's no way to expand it. So you know,
It's over.
you're gonna have to get at me next week, or just send it to me through a message. Maybe I'll just start posting it on my timeline so y'all can write in the comments. That'll make it easier because this question shit, like y'all answer the questions, but at the same time, like it'd be mad sad to watch it trail off into the ether. And it's like, I don't know what you were trying to say. I can't answer you. Sorry.
Straight like Infinity Wars.
Right. It's like, I don't feel so good. And then it's gone. Right? So, finally, Councilman O-Dog is about to turn up on James.
That's him.
I don't know. I think he might be the one going to jail at the end of the season because they got him on some different embezzlement shit.
Bro,
so
didn't I told you that the last time I was on the show. I said they are gonna find out that he got funny money. I'm telling you, he into some shit that we don't even know. Like it's more shit. I guarantee you some shit. Like he might have paid for a body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He might have put some cheese on somebody's head. I don't trust him at all. So he got some shit on him.
Yeah.
Trust.
All right, so that's it for Power Talk. Thank you guys for contributing. And as always, if you got questions, leave it on the IG, leave it in the IG stories. I will be sure to answer. Actually, let me not prematurely end it. I think there might have been somebody who submitted. I got one. Shout out to my guy.
Rashad.
Rashad.
Rashad, yeah.
So let's see.
I'm telling you, he played Rashad. What was his name in Love Jones?
Darius.
I feel like I'm close.
We're gonna uncover this.
All right. So one more quick comment from my guy Criticali. My dude Dre went Agent 47. I prefer his character like this, like how we originally got introduced to him in Miami. I forgot about that. Dre was definitely the stick up kid. Yo, Dre has a top 2 come up in power. This dude was on the block, and now he's wearing suits.
That is true.
Chilling, drinking the Herradura with the Jimenez and whatnot. Yo, I'm telling you, man, like this dude definitely came up, and he definitely was Agent 47 from Overwatch because that gun was ridiculous. It was ludicrous. But you know what? We need that. We need that in Power. That's what I appreciate about Power. It hasn't gone full soap opera ridiculousness, but they give you little things to laugh at. Like the fact that gun was like the size of Little Bow Wow, and he was going to to sneak up on somebody and kill them with that big ass gun. More power to you. I am not a killer, so maybe I'm not versed in the ways. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're a hitman, hit us up. Let us know whether or not we're wilding.
No way.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm glad Tate, who used to be Willie Fuffner on Family Matters,
Willie
made
fucking
it to
Fuffner.
Wow.
So annoying.
He's now the aspiring governor of New York.
Hey,
I love that.
You too can serve your community and tell Ghost that he's a hoe. So you could definitely do that. And the meme with Ghost choking him out.
What happened to Dre's daughter? Dre has a kid that went down and off.
Oh shit!
Yep.
What happened to his kid?
Dre's daughter is definitely off screen.
Yo,
with Auntie down in North Carolina.
Right.
They call ACS, bro. 50 was trying to throw the baby out the window.
Right. Once that happened, he was like, yo.
That's another question to ask Courtney Kemp. Like, does she regret having all these kids written in and written out?
Because they serve no purpose.
All these children left behind.
That shit is so sad.
That's what the Child Queens Project is about.
Yo, it's reclaiming all the kids that have been lost in power. Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
This is the Queen's Child Project.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Yo, what happened if that's like the series finale when they unveil the Queen's Child Project? It's all the kids and they're singing like "We Are the World" and the credits.
Yo, that sounds like the end of Lost.
Yep.
That sounds like the final scene in Lost, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
Alphonse will be there.
Yo. Alphonse, Yasmin, Dre daughter, Keisha's son. Who else? Who else is gonna be there? Julio's family we never met. Man.
Oh man.
You know what? I don't think we're gonna get any better than that. So,
That's a
Jameer, Mo, thank you for joining me. I definitely want to have you guys again. Jameer, what the hell are you watching in the background?
My bad. Oh,
my man.
I'm sorry.
Man.
I was trying to grab a bite to eat. The Wayans brothers was on. I put my laptop down. My fault.
And for anything, it better have been a good episode. Because I thought it was Marlon. I was like, help me, please. Help me, please.
So this was live. Do we got to repost this? How does this work?
Oh no. We taped this. These are pre-taped episodes. We have not gone to live events as yet. So nobody's listening to us now because I definitely would have been in the chat room and it would have been super lit. So thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully, it's an open door policy here. Mo, I appreciate you coming on a school night and joining it with us with Jameer as always. Thank you for joining, and thank y'all. You stupid, and thank y'all for listening. It's been a great run. We're simulcast on For All Nerds. We recently changed the name. The Fan Bros Watch has ended, and we are now For All Nerds and the For All Nerds Show. That's where you can find us for the formerly known as Fan Bros community, now For All Nerds. And we're also on the Nonstop Culture Power After Hours feed. You can go to nonstopculture.com/power to listen to all the previous episodes of Power. You can hear this podcast anywhere where you get podcasts. I ain't running down all them damn apps. This is 2018. You know what apps you use. So just use your app and find it accordingly. And nonstopculture.com/power is how you can sign up to all the apps. And hit me up on Twitter at Jeff J Says if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or at For All Nerds too. Mo, where can they find you?
Midtown Mo. I'm private, I guess.
There it is. And Jameer, where can they find you?
At It's Jameer, ITSJAMEER on Twitter and Instagram. Hit me up.
There it is. And that does it for us once again.
One last quick thing I had to say, because it's my first time on it, so thank you.
Yes,
there's something about Power that's really been bothering me for a long time. Well,
What's
actually, only like 3 episodes. Ghost is always in a suit, and he goes to meet Fancy, who needs to invest millions of dollars into his project, and he wears a Henley. It's bothering me to this day. Somebody answered that damn question. He's always in a suit. He goes and meets drug dealers in a suit. He goes and kills people in suits. But he goes to meet a chick for millions of dollars, and he wears a Henley.
Wow.
Yo,
that's all I had to say about that.
Nah, man.
It's still bothering.
Nah, yo. You know what?
That's a good point.
Maybe he thought he was just gonna go. I'll take care of this for sure.
I mean, it's like Lawrence wearing a sweater and Insecure in the middle of summer when people are walking by him in bikinis.
In the dead of summer in LA, you're wearing a sweater. You know what? We can go on and on all day. Thank y'all for listening. Tune in next week. We'll get the podcast out on regular time, I promise, by hook, by crook, or if you're shook, whatever have you, we'll get it out. Thank you for listening. Until next time, we'll catch you later.
Peace.
Do y'all know the words to this shit? I want you to sing it with me. They say this is a big rich town. Yeah. I just come from the poorest part. Right like city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes. Yeah, I just have enough. Wait a minute. They say this is a big rich. Say what? I just come from bright light, city light. This is where it goes down. Yeah, I just have enough. Legal or illegal, baby, I gotta make it. Southside.